What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Hero Kid TG6, and I'm here to do a deck profile on Blackwings. I will not take any credit for this deck at all. Kalut going to 3 was really good. It was a good news, and I wanted to play the deck. It was a deck that I tinkered with back, when Kalut and Whirlwind were still there, and Kalut coming to 3, I really had no idea how to play the deck, so I was doing some searching around, and I saw Mega Capitals G's build, and I decided, put together that build and test it out and see how I like it, and, put some tweaks in it once I figure out what I like and don't like about the deck. And so far, this is 100% the build that Mega Capital G had. If I do continue to play the deck, I'll probably change some things of it, but if I don't decide to play the deck, then I'll just take it apart and play something else. Without any further ado, let's just get into the deck. Two Thunder Kings. Thunder King has always been a staple card, really. If you can run Thunder King, I always recommend playing Thunder King. It's just too good. Forcing your opponents to overextend to get rid of Thunder King. Next, two Soracos. A card that I'll probably cut down to 1, primarily because sometimes it's really a dead draw. So, two Soracos. Three Shuras, the Blue Flame. Special summon it from the deck when it destroys a monster by battle. Too good. Three Boras, the special summoning of the deck. Those piercing damage really comes in handy, especially Spirit Reapers, Marshmallongs, things like that. Bora makes waste of those. Next, 3 Kalut, which is amazing. Kalut is just too good, discarding it, giving your monsters 1,400 more attack points is just like, you shouldn't lose any battle with any of your Blackwings as long as you have Kalut in hand. Next, we have the Lonely Gale, as well as 1 Zephyros, and then 1 Darkarm Dragon. Next, we have 2 Pot of Dualities for consistent issues. Next, Triple Lance, a card that I really love and hate if it's being used against me. Forbidden Lance is like by far the best offensive defensive card in the game right now. It's just really too good. It protects your monsters as also helps them, destroy other monsters, which is just phenomenal. And a lot of times, what you want to do, if you summon a Thunder King and your opponent knows that he has no answer to it next turn, they're trying to do something to it, you lance it and just let Thunder King sit on the field and just force him to overextend. That's always phenomenal. Double MST. I'm thinking about playing a triple just because I like getting my plays off with this deck. So double MST that I might boost up to 3. Next we have the 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Black Whirlwind, 1 Allure Darkness, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reborn, and also 1 Pot of Avarice, because the deck has no real way of making use of monsters in the graveyard other than Darkarm Dragon. So once your monsters hit the graveyard, they're pretty much stuck there forever. So Pot of Avarice helps for the recycling. Also, putting your Kaluts back into the deck is always really great. Next we have Triple Icarus Attack, a card that I'll probably bump it down to 2, because sometimes it is a dead draw because of the low count of monsters. You're not always guaranteed to have a Blackwing on the hand with Icarus, but if you do get off Icarus, it's always nice, especially if you wait for your opponent to MST the Icarus and then you tribute your monster and then pop 2. That's the easy way to go, +1 right there. Or, the 2 for 2 is always okay. Next, 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. Psalm is at 1, so you know, bottomless is gonna see a lot of play nowadays. Next we have double Torrential Tribute, double Skill Drain for the stun factor of the deck, because other than Shura, you don't really use any of your effects on the field, and maybe Sirocco that we don't really get on the field that many times. So you know, and then also you know, it just adds a little bit like the stun factor in the deck, and you can, if you need to use your monster effects, you can always bounce them back with Zephyros's effect, and you know, go off with your effect plays. Next, we have the one Solemn Warning, one Solemn Judgment, and one Starlight Road to protect our back row. That's pretty much it for the main deck. It's 41 cards. Probably try and cut it down to 40. Because it's still in testing phase, it's like a really huge extra deck. Because I'm in testing phase, I need to see like what I make what I make a lot of and what I really need most of the time. So I'll just go through the Karibo tokens. Karibo's my favorite card in the whole game, so you know, you gotta have a lot of Karibos for the extra deck. Next we have the Gores, Catastor, Librarian, Armor Master, Armor Wing, Iron Chain, Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Leviathan, Laviera, Giga Brilliant, Acid Golem, Zen Maze, Temtempo, Maestro, Cowboy, Utopia, number 50, Popular Imperative, Access Stack, Crimson Shadow Ninja, and Zenmayo. I'm missing the other Blackwing fusion synchros that I'm probably going to try and get tomorrow since I'm going to my locals. I will be playing this deck tomorrow at my locals, you know, just for some fun duels, because I'm not entering the tournament. I'm just there to trade and whatnot. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you like this video if you want to see some duels with this deck. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know how to play the deck fully. I am having some struggles playing the deck in terms of like knowing what right cards to play, when to play them, when to activate Icarus attacks, when not to, you know, when to be aggressive with the deck, when to be conservative, things like that. If you have any tips for me on how I can play the deck and, you know, make it run smoother and, you know, just be a better deck all around, please comment below and let me know. Any help from you guys is greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Thanks.